The first people to populate Europe were black people. They were known as Gromordi. First people to populate England were black people. They were known as Bika. First people to populate India were black people. They were known as Dravidians. First people to populate Japan, black people. They were known as Masaba Negroes. Mulembe, Kamaku, Wagasile, they came from here. They populated Japan. That's why Japanese names are like Ugandan names. Takahara, Nakamura, Kato, Toyota, all those, because the first Japanese were black people. Humanity went through 5 stages. The first stages are known as Australopithecine, black. Where were they living? Where you are living? How old? How long ago? 5.5 million years ago. Who was living in Europe at that time? No one. Who was living in Asia at that time? No one. Who was living in America North? None. America South? None. Bismarck Archipelago? No one. Australia? Tonga? None. Haiti? Fiji? Samoa? Who was living there? No one. Humanity was only here. 3.5 million years ago, Homo habilis. Where was he living? Here. Was he living elsewhere? No. 1.5 million years. Humanity at the stage of Homo erectus, the African that walks.
It's different than that. The angelic mind looks at things differently and recognizes that as a conscious being, it has a choice as to which ideas it will represent. Which ideas it will say, okay, this is the way I say it's real. The angelic mind realizes that every thought it thinks is an energy pattern that goes into the body and creates part of the manifestation template. Your thoughts affect your DNA template. Your DNA template is the structure that throws energy around in very specific ways that creates the projection of the external hologram that we walk. When you mind control a mass of people like has been done here through misinformation for so many generations, you literally have them fence themselves in, like putting an electric fence around themselves, where they can't grow or expand anymore. One of the things we can do for ourselves is to realize our power as a manifester. Now, there's a lot of tricks to that. It's a lot. You can't just say, okay, well, I'm a manifester. I'm a face of God. I will right now manifest myself, let's see, shall it be a Maserati or a Toyota? Poof, there it is, you know? It doesn't work that way down here. Not yet. In higher dimensional densities, it actually does, where you find thought form, bounces right out into reality. But what happens here is there's a delay process. And your thought form that you're thinking on the 3-dimensional level with the conscious mind in 3D gets affected by what programs are in.
This is the gospel from the beginnings of beginnings. They became known as the overseers, the watchers. They built many ancient lands and structures on this planet, which in time they deserted. And the person's 2 eyes of sight become linked to the one of beyond physical sight, and the pineal gland, and it opens the 3rd eye, an all-seeing eye. And the person begins to use more of the brain activity, able to see interdimensionally, other worlds beyond worlds. And that opens you up to time traveling clockwise, to future counterclockwise, to past or to bend space, to travel long distances within a moment of time, or then, now, then. 24 billion miles per moment, 1 speed of thought. You become a time traveler, and your etheric body creates a shield for your physical body so that no cells are disrupted or damaged.
As soon as possible. If not, then we are repeating a cycle with a never-ending problems. Okay? So, these are the sigils of what we call Solomon. Solomon's sigils is what we call in voodoo veve. These are the veve. This is how we trap them. Okay? While you are in school trying to go with mathematics, geometry, doing all that nonsense. This is where the real geometry's from. Those are geometry to control and to trap fucking demons. This is what we've been supposed to learn in school. Not circle and square, square times square. You draw another circle and triangle for no reason. No, they are wasting our time for no reason. This is real geometry. This is what we've been supposed to master. Because this is how we master how to control these suckers. How to manipulate them out of here. How to make them work for us. And that's what they remove from us. While you going out there wasting your time, this is what we've been supposed to teaching our children. To do that. But guess what? They label this shit evil. They label it demons, so you stay away from those sacred geometry of what's supposed to be done in order to move our next generation forward. Because we can never have a better world. We can never have a future if demons is plaguing this dimension, okay? If we want this world to be advanced, we got to get these demons in order. We have to get them out of here. We have to control them so they no longer influence humanity the way they are doing so. And this is why we suffer the consequences of such an ugly world, because this is what they remove from us. They make us afraid of our own true science. And that's what you're staring at right now. And this is what you call the Veve of today. Veve is V-E-V-E. Veve, okay? And you find it all over because that's how we trap spirits, okay? So people don't understand. It's not a game. It's not a game. Okay, these are sigils, secret sigils. This is not a game. And today, this is why I understand this. Look at what you call the Star of David. This is what Israel used today. And this is the Star of David. It comes